The Myers-Briggs test is an introspective questionnaire meant to highlight differential psychosocial preferences in terms of how a person sees the world and makes decisions. Now known as the 16 personalities, the results help people read themselves and those around them, but it's also important for understanding character. INTJs, also known as the ARCHITECT, it's one of the rarest types of personalities at about 2% of the population. They're known for being intellectuals, imaginative and ambitious, yet very private. They're also curious, but not known to squander that energy. Real-life examples might include Arnold Schwarzenegger or Elon Musk, but today we're focused on fictional characters. INTJ on-screen examples include Katniss Everdeen from The Hunger Games and Professor Moriarty from Sherlock Holmes. However, everyone's favorite INTJ is likely Walter White from Breaking Bad.
You clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in. I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
Next, there's the INTP, also known as the Logician. Another rare type of personality, the Logician makes up 3% of the population. They appreciate being creative and inventive. This personality is also known for vigorous intellect, such as an architect or a philosopher. Real-life examples might include Bill Gates or Albert Einstein, but character versions include Neo from The Matrix, Leslie Winkle from The Big Bang Theory, and Abed Nadir from Dan Harmon's series Community. Then of course there's the Commander. Known for charisma and confidence, these personalities know how to project authority so they can draw crowds towards a common goal. However, they can also be ruthless when rational, which makes it almost a good thing they only make up 3% of the population. Extreme examples include Gordon Ramsay, Margaret Thatcher, and Steve Jobs, but our best characterizations are Francis Underwood and the first television anti-hero, Tony Soprano.
Let me tell you something. Nowadays, everybody's got to go to shrinks and counselors and go on Sally Jesse Raphael and talk about their problems. Whatever happened to Gary Cooper, the strong, silent type? That was an American.
Next there's the Debater. ENTP personalities are known as the devil's advocate for their skills of persuasion. For debaters, they're often more involved with the debate rather than the choice that the debate represents. These personalities are known for mental sparring. There's Mark Twain and Thomas Edison in real life, but we're more obsessed with Captain Jack Sparrow, Jim Halpert from The Office, and Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones. These characters don't feel similar, but they're all debaters more interested in the debate than the outcome.
And you will fall on your knees in front of them and tell them how very sorry you are, that you are at their service and that all your prayers are with them. Do you understand?
You can't.
Do you understand?
Next there's the Advocate, and our examples are getting a little bit Game of Thrones heavy, but this personality makes their mark on the world. A born diplomat, the Advocates have a special sense of idealism and morality, but they're not just dreamers, they're doers. Picture Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, but you can also think of Michael Scofield from Prison Break or Jon Snow from Game of Thrones.
Because right now, you and I and Cersei and everyone else, we're children playing at a game screaming that the rules aren't fair.
There's the Mediator. These personalities are idealists who can be overly optimistic in nature. They remain calm, if not reserved or shy, but they also live for joy and inspiration. Picture characters like Frodo Baggins from Lord of the Rings, Sybil Branson from Downton Abbey, or Fox Mulder from The X-Files.
Well, I'm not going to give up on Spinny. He gave me his word he'd come back to get us.
And if he doesn't?
We'll think of something.
There's the Protagonist. Natural-born leaders, the ENFJ personality is full of passion and charisma. Many politicians, coaches, and teachers make up this group because of their confidence to influence. Picture President Obama or Oprah. On the big screen, think of Morpheus or the Oracle from The Matrix, and of course the Mother of Dragons from Game of Thrones. Here's the other half of that scene with Jon Snow.
Did you see 3 dragons flying overhead when you arrived?
I did.
And did you see the Dothraki? All of whom have sworn to kill for me.
They're hard to miss.
But still, I need your help.
Campaigners are free spirits in nature, often described as the life of the party. The charming ENFP personality makes up about 7% of the population. Actors like Will Smith or Robert Downey Jr. can be described as such. Characters like Phil from Modern Family, Carrie from Sex and the City, and of course Michael Scott from The Office are natural campaigners.
You need to do something about your coffee breath. Okay,
you need to do something about your...
Shut up. Boom! Detective Michael Scott!
ISTJs are also known as the logistician. This personality is the most abundant, around 13% of the population. They're known for practical logic and tireless dedication, which is often formed into law or military. Consider George Washington or Condoleezza Rice. Then, of course, there's Jason Bourne, Eddard Stark from Game of Thrones, and Hermione from the Harry Potter series. There's ISFJ, or the Defender. This sentinel is often introverted, but they have robust social relationships. Kate Middleton and Selena Gomez are described this way. On screen, consider Dr. Watson from Sherlock Holmes, Will Turner from Pirates, and of course, Vito from The Godfather.
I apologize to take care of my family, and I refused to be a fool.
Then there's ESTJ, also known as the Executive. This group appreciates tradition and order. They take pride in bringing others together and will defend traditional values despite the risk. Think John D. Rockefeller or Frank Sinatra. The characters could include Anna from Lost, Claire from Modern Family, and of course Dwight Schrute.
Illegal drugs were consumed on company property. Okay? Your ass is on the line!
The ESFJ is also known as the CONSUL. These people are often the most popular of the group. They're cheerleaders and quarterbacks in life, like Bill Clinton, Steve Harvey, or Taylor Swift. As characters, consider Sansa from Game of Thrones, Carmela from Sopranos, or Jack from Lost.
This argument is irrelevant. Say it, don't. Jack, don't. It's not real. Look, you want to push the button, you do it yourself. If it's not.
Among the explorers, there's the ISTP, or the Virtuoso. These people explore with their hands and eyes. They search for answers with an unusual curiosity. They're natural makers who have fun in the environment. Picture Clint Eastwood, Michael Jordan, or Bear Grylls. On screen, there's Jack Bauer, John McClane, Indiana Jones, and of course, James Bond.
Q. 007.
I want to meet your employer.
How much do you know about fear?
All there is.
The ISFP is also known as the Adventurer. This personality is often described as an artist. They like to upset traditional expectations and push societal limits. This includes Kevin Costner and Britney Spears, but also Beatrix Kiddo from Kill Bill, various characters from Lost such as Hurley, Claire, and Kate, and Jesse from Breaking Bad.
Cooking is art, and the shit I cook is the bomb.
ESTP is also known as the Entrepreneur. This personality knows how to impact their immediate surroundings, which could mean flirting or simply using their charisma. These are the types of people who volunteer to come up on stage. Picture Eddie Murphy, Madonna, or even Ernest Hemingway. On screen, think of Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones or Phil from The Hangover.
Yeah, Phil, what are you getting?
There's the 16th personality, which is ESFP, or the Entertainer. This is the group who will break into song and dance without a second thought. They're very generous with their time and energy. Think of Adele, Marilyn Monroe, or Jamie Foxx. On screen, there's both Job and Lindsay from Arrested Development, Jack from Titanic, and Penny from The Big Bang Theory.
Are you kidding? You brought fancy wine and made fondue? I've slept with guys for less. It's a joke. Based on real events.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into this week's show. There is a link below if you've never taken the Myers-Briggs 16 Personalities test before. Lots more information on that website as well, but don't feel bad if you're more of a Dwight than a James Bond. Next week's show will be about The Walking Dead, so make sure to subscribe, and we'll be seeing you next Wednesday about the same time. Thank you.